All right, so if you are following along today, we are going to be working in Command to check out the different features around listings and landing pages. So right now I am on the sign-in page for Command. You go to agent.kw.com and that'll bring you into Command. So to log in, your username and password are actually the same as your MyKW username and password. So I'm going to go ahead and get signed in now. I'll give you guys a moment to do the same. Alright, so right now I'm on the dashboard of Command. As you can see up at the top, there is a little note saying over the next few weeks your KW Tech team will be making some improvements to Command. So Command is still very new. They are still getting things up and running fully and adding new features all the time. So not everything we go over today will be fully accessible. But I'm just going to go over what we can. So that's just a little note to let you know that they're still working on things. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of there. One thing I want to point out before we get started is our marketing profile. Similar to when you are doing anything in eEdge marketing related, you want to make sure that your profile that all your personal information pulls from is up and running and is fully correct. So we're going to check that out first here in Command. So from my dashboard, I'm going to click on my name. I'm actually in Scott's profile, so I'm going to click on Scott's name up at the top right. And then I'm going to click Settings. Alright, this brings us into our settings page, and over on the left you can see our command settings. So when we first come here, it brings us into our applications. But I want to point out our marketing profile. So under Connect Settings, we're going to click Marketing Profile. So if you have done a setup with us and our team, then we would have set this up for you. But you can always come back in here to update things. So any of your marketing materials, including your landing pages that you create in Command, will pull your personal information from this marketing profile. So we really want to make sure everything in here is correct and up to date. We can add in a photo and a team logo up here at the top. They do recommend that these are 360 by 360 pixels. So if you have a photo or a logo that are larger than that, it can distort it. So we recommend going to picresize.com. That's a free website that you can utilize to resize your photos. And that'll help you get these to the right size and format so you can add them in and not have them look funky. And then down below we have our personal information. We need things like first name, last name, if you have a team. You can add in your license number if you'd like, any designations or credentials, a biography, some other required information, mobile phone and office phone. We need an email address. You can add in your website and then your market center information. Here we always say please make sure you add in your office address and not your personal address. If you have a DBA logo, again, you can add that in over here. And then a legal footer. I think KW wants you to have each office is individually owned and operated, but if you have any other footers that your office or your board require, you can add that in here as well. And then down at the bottom, some optional information for your social media profiles and your branded KW link. So on some of the marketing materials, there is a button that says click here to download my app, so you want to make sure that your mobile app URL is in this box. So once this is all good to go, all of your information is up to date, you can click save and that'll update right away. And it looks like that's still saving. So there are a couple other things I want to point out in this command settings page before we move on to creating some landing pages. So if we go in here, oh, there we go, it's saved. All right, so I'm going to go into my command settings over on the left, and I'm going to click on Neighborhood Snap. So you can actually create these really awesome neighborhood landing pages in command, which was what we're going to go over next, but in the command settings you can see some more information about that. If we click on My Neighborhoods, we can see all of the neighborhoods that we have created. You actually need to go into your settings for your contacts to really get this going, but you can add in neighborhoods here. See all the neighborhoods you've created, you can configure them, preview the landing page, edit or delete. And then you can see a preview of your landing page here. So this landing page, these neighborhood ones, are basically, I think they're kind of similar to like a CMA report you might create. So you can see for this person, it'll show your photo up at the top, your contact information, and then it says whatever neighborhood you chose, and then neighborhood snapshot. So if you keep scrolling, it shows some statistics for those neighborhoods. It'll show active listings, sold listings, and information about those. And then down below you can actually scroll down and see actual listings that are live, and then recent sales. So I think this is great for buyers or for sellers. You can send these out to your clients and they can look at different information on here and then get in contact with you if they see anything that they're interested in. Then down at the bottom there's that little contact form. So this is a preview of what the landing page will look like, and you can see they can actually click on different neighborhoods and see different information from those different neighborhoods. So from this page there's not much you can do. Basically you can just change the color in here. So if you wanted to do dark, blue, or red, you can choose whatever fits best with your branding and marketing. And you can see preview. So if you wanted to get a preview of what this landing page looks like, you can click that Preview LP button, and this is just a draft. So this is what it'll actually look like if somebody were to pull it up on their computer. Of course, your information will be swapped out up here. And then if we wanted to email this to somebody, you could click Preview Email. And then this is a preview of what that'll look like. So again, it's kind of similar to when you send out listings or comps through MLS. Puts together this nice little presentation for you. So that's that, but let's actually go in and create a landing page for somebody, or a neighborhood snap landing page. So from here, I'm going to go over to the left and we're going to go into our contacts. So I'm going to click on this little icon of two people. This brings us into our contact information. We can see all of our contacts here. So if you wanted to create one of those neighborhood snap pages for one of your contacts, you'd basically just come in, choose the contact you'd like to create that for, so click on their name. Within here, you can see all of our contacts information. We can edit their information, add in new stuff if you have anything, but if we scroll down, over here on the left we can see a neighborhood section. So to get started with this, we'd need to add in some neighborhoods, so neighborhoods that this person is interested in buying or selling in. So I'm going to click Add Neighborhoods. And there's a couple different ways. You can search for a neighborhood based on, like you can type it in here. So let's see, West. So you can start to type in, I'm trying to see, I'm in Nashville, so I always try to see what they have. So you can start to type in neighborhoods and see if you can find those specific names. You can also use the map, so I'm going to click View Map. And you can kind of pinpoint this to wherever you are. So let's just pick Florida because Scott's in Florida. Or I'll just start typing in Nashville. I'm just going to pick one. Okay, cool. So I zoomed in on Nashville, or whatever city you're in, and then all of these green little boxes would be the different neighborhoods. So if this person is interested in multiple neighborhoods, you can actually select different ones. So I'm just going to go through and click on different neighborhoods. So I've selected a few here. You can see they are down here at the bottom. And of course, you can zoom in, zoom out more. Find the neighborhoods that you're looking for. And then actually behind this chat button, I think it says save or next. So this little blue button, hopefully you guys can see that. I'm actually going to click on that. There we go. All right, so we can see now within this person's profile, we can see these neighborhoods that have been added for this neighborhood market snapshot. So the cool thing about this is now I can actually create a landing page that I can send to this person, and they can view more information about the listings in those neighborhoods. So I'm going to go ahead and click this link down here that says Get Neighborhood Snap URL. You can see the link here. I'm going to click Copy URL, and that has been copied. So now what I can do is I can go over and open a new tab and paste. I'm going to go ahead and paste that URL. And once this loads, we will be able to see the page that you can send to your clients. So when you first generate this, I've seen that it does take a moment to load. I think maybe just because it's a brand new page that they just created. So we are going to wait just a second for this. Here we go. Alright, so this is our neighborhood snapshot. So on this home page you can see basically it just shows listings, so they can play around on the map here, sort through listings in this neighborhood. And then if we go over to neighborhood stats, this is where it shows more detailed information. So all the neighborhoods are up here at the top. They can of course click on the different ones. They can add a neighborhood if they'd like. And then if you scroll down, it shows the neighborhood on the map. And then the statistics. So active statistics. Looks like there's 15 active listings in this neighborhood and 4 sold. And then down below, active homes for sale, and then it is not showing the sold on this one. They might not have the info for that. But yeah, pretty cool. So your clients can play around on here, look at different neighborhoods. Oop, there we go. And they can look for listings, and if they have anything that they are interested in, then they can of course reach out to you. So that's just one of the cool tools, landing pages that you can create in Command. So I actually need to expand my window, so hopefully this doesn't mess anything up. Hopefully this is still recording. I'm on a Mac, so for some reason I can't get to the bottom of this menu. So I do want to show you another place where you can go to create those landing pages. So over on the right you can see my menu. And down at the bottom, which I couldn't access when my window was minimized because my screen is really small, I'm going to click Landing Pages. Alright, so this brings you, and actually I'm going to make this smaller again. There we go. Okay, so this brings us to our landing pages page. So here you can see any landing pages that you have created. This is our default Market Snap template, which I'll show you guys. And then if you wanted to see any landing pages that you've created for contacts, you can see those here. So you can see all of these people have their own landing page based on the neighborhoods that you've added in for them. So you can see this is me. This is the link to my landing page for one neighborhood. It looks like Brittany has one for 6 neighborhoods. Scott has one for 18 neighborhoods. And Tony Stark has one for 7. If you wanted to, you can click on this little pencil over here to make changes to those. But basically, this is just showing you what landing pages you have created. If you wanted to, you could turn this one off, make it inactive. I'm going to go ahead and just click no. And it'll show you the URL for that, and if you've received any leads, and then the date created. So if you wanted to create a new landing page, all you would need to do is go up here to the right. You could create a name for this landing page. I'm just going to say test landing page. And then it's going to give you some templates for landing pages. So I'm just going to do this Market Snap default one. And then if you wanted to, you could add in a postal code and hit configure. So what this does, and this is not fully active yet from what I can see. So this is creating a Market Snap landing page for you. So similar to the one we created for the individual clients, but I think this one is supposed to be just a general one that you could send to anybody and probably even like post on social media, post on your website, things like that. So within here, you can see it's kind of blurred out, but it's supposed to give you like a preview of an area that you select, and then show information about that area. So sales price, days on market, sales to list to sales price ratio. So like I said, it's similar to a CMA that you would create. And then it has some more detailed information, and then of course some more information, contact information down at the bottom. So over here on the right, there are some things that you can edit. So if you wanted to edit the header, you would go here, click on this little arrow. Oh no, unexpected error. Oh no, okay. Well, I want to try and show you guys this. So like I said, and like that little note at the beginning of class said, not everything in here is working. Let's see if this actually pulls in real information. It does not. Okay, so I believe what you're supposed to do is go through, and then under this page template section, you can go through and actually change any of these items. And it just looks like it's having some trouble finding information based. Oh. Okay. Is this? Let's see. Sorry, guys. We're all learning together. Okay, cool. So basically what you do, and if you could see what I just did, I entered a zip code, selected a neighborhood within that zip code, and then it actually kind of made this live over here. So it's basically just adding in the information based on what I'm adding in on these categories on the right. Then it asks what type of statistics to display. So this is basically, you have to go through and anything, oh, here we go, it's going live now. So everything over here on the right, you should go through. Anything with a green little dot means it's good to go, you don't have to make changes, but it looks like with the red dots, you do need to click on these items. So then this has no local insights based on that. I think these local insights, it's probably this down at the bottom. So probably information about landmarks, parks, things like that nearby within the zip code or neighborhood that you're adding in. I don't know another zip code off the top of my head, so I don't think I can really edit that. You can edit the header, but this is the one, oh no, I'm gonna lose all my work now. That was giving me trouble. So I'm sorry guys, I'm just gonna, I just wanna make a quick one so you can see it. So you guys can play around with this. And once you have everything good to go, let's see. I'm sorry, I knew it wasn't working and I should have just left it, but I really want to like kind of push through to the end to show you guys what this is supposed to look like. So let's hope this loads. There we go. Okay. What can I add in? There we go. So as you play around with this, you can add in this information and it will update over here. And once everything's good to go, you can save this as a draft. I'm just going to hit publish. Yes. And then this should pull it over to our landing pages. Perfect. So now this created a landing page, and you should, in theory, be able to send this out to people, post it on Facebook, what have you. But right now, I don't think there's anything you can do with these. So it does give you a URL for these, but this is just the HTML URL. So I don't think that this is like a real live page. Maybe it is. Yeah, so you would have to go through and actually set this up a bit more, but I believe you should be able to now send this landing page to people and it should work and be live. So as you could see when I was editing that, it's not fully there because it wouldn't let me edit this header, and some of this other information is just still like grayed out and fuzzy. So I would probably wait on these while they're still getting everything fully functional. But that's the basic idea behind these. You can create these landing pages based on different things, different neighborhoods, and you can use them to send out to people. So another great marketing tool. And today's class is going to be a little short because there's just a few things in here we need to touch on because not everything is fully live just yet. But I did want to show you also the listings in here. Let's see if I can get to it. Is it local insights? No. So this was working for me earlier, but now listings. Okay. So I'm going to click on the listings button over here on the left. Oops. All right. So where was that? Okay, so it's behind my button. You probably can't see this on your screen, but there's a little listings icon over here. It looks like a listing sign. So basically what this is going to be like a KWLS 2.0. Excuse me, so KWLS is going to be moving from within my KW to over here in Command. So you can see right now when we come to this page, it's saying it's a sneak peek, it's kind of a preview of what the new KWLS is going to be. So there's not really anything we can do in here just yet, but I can show you around and show you what it's going to look like. So basically, this is going to be a new system that will be replacing KWLS. You will be able to, you can view listings now, and it is going to be not just KW listings, but a full MLS search for listings in the United States and Canada. And then eventually you will be able to add your own listings, edit listings, things like that. But for now, we can only view and kind of search within here. So I'm going to, from this page, I'm going to click Take Me to KWLS 2.0. So there's a couple different options within here. So right now we're on the My KWLS tab. And since this is Scott's account and he's not an agent, there are no listings showing up here. But if you are an agent that has active listings, your listings should be displaying on this page. If they're not, you will want to check with your MCA at your office, the Market Center Administrator. They will be able to go in here and look. They need to add your MLS ID into white pages and make sure that that is correct and they have the right board selected. And once that is set up, your listings should display within Command. So that's this page, the My KWLS, but if we go over to Listing Search, this is basically just an MLS search. You can search by property address, MLS number, KWLS ID. There are different filters you can use, bedrooms, baths, price range, things like that. Just general search that you probably are familiar with. And then it is showing, it's based on your location. So you can see neighborhoods wherever you are, or I'm sorry, listings wherever you are. So you can just scroll around in here, find listings. Like I said, there isn't really much you can do in here right now, but you can utilize this to search for listings. So that is the listings section right now. So thank you guys. That is actually about it. I know that this has been sort of a short and sweet class for Friday, but it's a great way to start our Memorial Day weekend. I'm actually going to go to our website and pull up our contact information for you. So if you guys have further questions, comments, concerns, here's our contact information. We are here Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern on emails and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern on phones. We will be closed Memorial Day. Monday we won't be here, but we will be back in the office bright and early on Tuesday. So thank you guys. If you have anything you need, go ahead and feel free to reach out to us. If not, enjoy your long weekend, and we will talk to you soon.